So, good morning to all of you. Myself, Mahesh Jagdish Pengde, lecturer Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic Ambad. So, dear students, in our previous lecture, we have discussed there are three different types of wave propagation. The first one is the ground wave propagation, second one is the sky wave propagation, and third one is space wave, which is also called as line of sight propagation. Now the range of ground wave communication, it is up to 30 kilohertz to 3 megahertz. The range of sky wave propagation, it is 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz, and the propagation taking place above 30 megahertz comes under the category of space wave communication. Now in this particular lecture we are going to discuss the ground wave propagation in detail. So basically ground wave propagation is the propagation which lie within the frequency range 30 kilohertz to 3 megahertz, and basically it is used for medium wave band in radio receiver. So let us have some look over the diagram of ground wave communication. So dear students, all of you are here observing a ground wave propagation diagram. So in this particular diagram, just a minute. So we are observing one transmitting antenna over here, and this is nothing but your earth surface. So this curvature nature of the earth surface is represented over here. So suppose this is your earth surface, and if this particular, it is nothing but the transmitting antenna, then how the signal gets transmitted or propagated through the ground wave propagation, that part we are going to discuss. Now dear student, as all of you know that when any electromagnetic wave escapes from the antenna, or the electromagnetic wave is transmitted by the antenna, at that time this particular electromagnetic wave takes one of the three different paths. Either the wave is propagated through the ground surface, or it may be propagated through your sky wave type of communication, or it may be communicated with your space wave type of communication. Now in this particular ground wave communication, we are observing is that the path followed by the radiated EM wave, it is along with your ground surface. So it is exactly nearest to the ground surface. So these ground waves are taking a path of earth surface. So that's why it is called as the ground wave communication. So the important points about the ground wave communication are: first point, the ground or surface wave leaves the antenna. So here you are observing these waves are leaving the antenna, means radiating the electromagnetic energy, and remains close to the earth surface. So these waves are very much close to the earth surface. The ground will actually follow the curvature of the earth, and therefore can travel a distance beyond the horizon. Second important point is that the ground wave propagation is the strongest communication for low and medium frequency range. So if you want to do the communication for low and medium range, so that is from up to the 3 megahertz, these particular waves are very much strongest waves. So ground waves is the path chosen by the signal when the frequency lie between 30 kilohertz to 3 megahertz. So if the frequency radiated by this particular transmitting antenna is within the range 30 kilohertz to 3 megahertz, so whatever the path taken by this particular electromagnetic wave is along the surface of the earth surface, so it is called as the ground wave. Third important point in ground wave communication is that the ground wave must be vertically polarized. Now in our previous lecture we discussed about what exactly we mean by the polarization. We said that polarization is nothing but the position of electric field vectors. So if the electric field vectors lie in vertical plane, we say that electromagnetic wave, it is vertically polarized. And if the electric field vectors lie in horizontal plane, then we can say that electromagnetic field, it is horizontally polarized. So ground wave communication, always keep in mind that the electric field vector, it is perpendicular or vertical to the earth surface. So ground waves must be vertically polarized in order to prevent short circuiting of the electric field components. So suppose if this particular electric field it is vertically polarized, now the earth also has some conducting surfaces. Now if this particular electric field vector, if it is parallel to this particular earth surface, then short circuiting will occur and there is a cancellation of the electric field. So that's why we always keep this particular electric field vector perpendicular to the earth surface. So that's why the ground waves are vertically polarized in order to prevent the short circuiting of the electric field component. Also the EM waves are said to be vertically polarized if all its electric intensity vectors are in vertical direction. Now the previous figure in our previous lecture we discussed in detail about how the electromagnetic field it is vertically polarized. So in that particular we said that if suppose this is electric field vector and if this is magnetic field vector, then there should be a 90-degree angle between electric and magnetic fields. Now this particular electric field it is vertically polarized because electric field it is in vertical plane and magnetic field it is in horizontal plane, right? Now while communicating or transmitting signal from transmitted signal when reaches to the receiver, what we found is that the strength of the signal gets reduced to 1. So here also we are trying to demonstrate that whatever the strength here it is more, then it becomes reducing, and up to this particular point the strength it is very much less. Now there is a loss of energy from transmitting to the receiving part because all these ground waves are very much nearer to the earth surface. So definitely earth surface is a good absorber surface, so it will absorb some of the energy coming from the ground wave. So that's why there is energy loss or power loss of the ground waves. Similarly some different losses are also present over there. So whatever the loss of signal, it is called as the attenuation. So we say that the signal gets attenuated while propagating from transmitting antenna to the receiving antenna. So what are the different reasons for the attenuation of the signal, that we are going to discuss in our further session. So we can say that the ground waves get attenuated due to the following reasons. So one by one we will discuss what is the reason for attenuation of the ground wave. So while passing over the earth surface, the ground waves introduce some current into it, thus lose some energy due to the absorption. That we already discussed, that when the signal is passing from transmitting to the receiving side, some of the electric current of this particular ground waves it is introduced within the earth surface. So earth absorbs some of the energy of the ground wave, so that's why there is a loss of energy. Similarly, due to the diffraction, the wavefront will gradually tilt over the direction as shown in figure. So you are observing here the figure. Now it is one of the most important figure regarding losses in the signal. So suppose we have drawn here the position of the transmitter. So this is your transmitting antenna. Now at this particular point we are saying that electric field vector it is perpendicular to the earth surface, exactly perpendicular to. Now as some distance apart, if we measure the position of the tilt vector, this particular electric field vector gets some kind of tilt in its original position. So this particular theta it is called as the tilt angle. Now this particular tilt angle theta goes on increasing as it passes the distance. So here it is some less tilt angle, then tilt angle gets increased, here also increased, and there is a complete tilt angle theta, increased angle tilt angle theta. Now this particular, because of here what we found is that here electric field it is perpendicular to the earth surface, but here what we are observing, this particular, because of increase in the angle of theta, the electric field becomes exactly present in horizontal plane. So eventually the waves lies down and it gets dies. So that's why the signal loss takes place if the distance between transmitter and the receiver it is too large because of this particular tilt angle. So as the distance increases, the tilt angle also gets increased, and because of the tilt angle increase, the electromagnetic waves lies down, and one certain point will reach that it will be die, right? Now, so in order to make a perfect communication, we have to take a distance from transmitter and receiver as per the tilt angle position. So if we take, suppose if there is receiver if present over here, then definitely it will receive some energy. It is attenuated, it has some losses within the energy because of the tilt angle, but it is not gradually lied one or died one. But if the receiver is present over here, definitely energy it is received, it is completely zero, because all energy gets absorbed by the earth surface. Tilt angle it is very much more. So the distance depend on the type of surface, frequency of operation, and the transmitted power. So if we want to select the distance between transmitter, okay, if anyone asks you what exactly should be the exact distance between transmitter and receiver, or what distance you should take between transmitter and receiver, there are some assumptions that if we want to select the distance between transmitter and receiver, so distance between transmitter and receiver will be calculated with the help of three parameters. The first parameter, it is nothing but type of surface. Then second, it is nothing but frequency of operation. So what is the frequency of electromagnetic wave? Frequency of operation. And third and most important, it is nothing but the transmitted power. So these three parameters we have to consider. First one is type of surface, second one is the frequency of operation, and third one is the transmitter power. The tilt angle increases with increase in frequency, hence put the limitation of range of frequency up to 3 megahertz. So as the frequency of this particular electromagnetic wave, if it get increased, automatically tilt angle also gets increased. So this particular propagation, it is best suitable for the frequencies up to 3 megahertz. The frequencies above 3 megahertz are not suitable for the ground wave type of communication. Now, why the ground waves are used for the medium wave band transmission? The reason is that the medium wave band of frequencies are extended up to 3 megahertz. The range of frequencies is not suitable for the sky and space wave type of communication, because the ground waves, the tilt angle limit, it is up to 3 megahertz. So only up to the 3 megahertz frequencies we can easily transmit, and the frequencies up to 3 megahertz are best suitable for the ground wave communication. And it is not suitable for the sky wave and space wave type of communication. So frequencies above 3 megahertz, it is suitable for sky and space wave type of communication. So due to all these reasons, ground wave becomes an ideal choice for the MW band transmission for radio receiver. So whenever the radio signal, it is transmitted by radio transmitter, and if you are using a medium wave band, MW band, then always prefer a ground wave type of communication. Now the ground waves can be also used for a long distance communication if the operating frequency is low, that is typically lower than 100 kilohertz. This type of propagation takes place over a sea water. So the sea water is best conductor than the earth surface. Therefore the power loss due to the absorption of the surface, it is very low. So that's why above 100 kilohertz, if we want to do the ground wave communication, we will prefer sea water, and with the help of sea water we can easily transmit the signal, because the attenuation and absorptions are less. So attenuation due to atmosphere, it is very low. So thus in this case, the range of propagation is depend on mainly the angle of tilt. So if we maintain the tilt angle, then communication it is perfect one. The degree of tilt depends upon the distance from the antenna in wavelength. Therefore the ground waves can travel longer distance at a low operating